into our first map of the series. And again, a little bit of a maybe controversial veto, but this is where we find ourselves. We start off on Inferno now with a very aggressive positioning. No, actually not that aggressive. They actually really slowed down. I was expecting a bit more of a running start, but they kind of hit the brakes a little bit. This is surprisingly slow. One flash to see if they can catch someone being a bit too aggressive, a bit too cheeky. With all of that, it should be somewhat noticed that this is where the stack's going to be moving towards. There's a heavy stack over towards A, so they're going to play a little bit more of a heavier retake setup. Meanwhile, Exef Util going to come through here. They've already managed to find some space in on the site. Drop is still alive for the moment. They should at least know where he is. Very slow to, like, get to where they need to be. But there we go. Bomb will get planted, taking a little bit of damage, but nothing really to write home about. And now that retake can start to come in. No kits on board, so timing of the essence. Get ourselves into some positioning here. Obviously, very limited utility. The one flash to come through. One trade off. And we'll try and set up some crossfires here, but it seems like it is indeed Bestia who come out on top of most of these. The coach actually steps up in a massive way, but unfortunately, when faced with two people at the same time, can't quite get it done.
There's definitely some kind of poetic irony that the coach is able to get like two really nice one-taps while everyone else on the team dies. There's definitely something there. I wonder, because I think TGE's stats, like, I was taking a look at them, and, like, they're not bad. I don't know, like, his stats as a vet, obviously they're not great. Like, you know, he is a coach after all. But, like, against Odic, he went 18-8 on a map against Odic, who currently are one of the top-rated teams in South America. Against MIBR, like, he didn't completely crap the bed. Like, I don't know. Dude's got some techers. It was his first official in basically 2 years. And that was him standing in for 9Z, who was the team that he was coaching at the time in online games in Europe. So, yeah, really quite amusing. But this time around, it's actually going to be dropped. Big hitter for Red Canids. To get the opening kill onto Luchov, he is 0-2. A unorthodox kind of bad start for him. He normally lights up the scoreboard, and Timo's got to be careful because he's making all the space, but he's getting shot in behind and actually causing some of his teammates to die.
Yeah, it felt like some of the follow-up there wasn't great. Clearing out the site was a bit... but that's okay. The enemy helps them with it, so... Got double smokes there that actually fully clear out a lot of that sideline. But no, they're going to wrap around, circumvent that smoke entirely. But now the problem is up close and personal. Back 10s versus MP9s. Both of them definitely have some advantage here. But it looks like it's going to be the Mac 10 that reigns supreme for the moment. Time again whittling away. And it's the Galil of Kaysen to do the cleanup. 2-0 for Bestia.
Also the player to watch, Kaysen. You know, that's a really huge round to make sure that nothing gets scary. I think, to be honest, the round was actually already won when he got those kills because of the time. But yeah, really well played from Bestia. Despite being in this man disadvantage, they end up actually getting it across the line pretty nicely. And I was kind of speaking about Luchov there. Him and Thomasin have been sharing a lot more of the firing power than I think a lot of people realize. And it was something that, because I was doing this exact game with Hawker and James, you know, I had them also in South America. And Hawker was just like, oh, Thomasin's the kind of main star of the show, because most people, when they look at Bestia, they remember him, Thomasin, playing at these like really high events, doing really well. But actually, Luchov's been playing much better than him recently, to be honest. Like, quite a lot better. In this tournament specifically, though, we're starting to see some of that old school Thomasin. So if Thomasin and Luchov are both playing to that level and like contending for the best in the team, that's actually super, super dangerous. And that's why when I say with Bestia, we tend to focus on the rifling core. But it's also really important to not leave out Kaysen because he's also cracked. So when all the pieces align for BESTIA, they put themselves as a team that have already won an ECL South America Cup and currently placed 11th in the Valve rankings in the Americas, one spot outside of qualification for the major, which is cut off 6th October. So what, like 20 days or so, just under 20 days.
Sure. Just around the corner, it seems. This is not looking great for the Red Canids. I know we're only 3 rounds in, but they've still got 2 players on 0 kills. Neither of those players is their coach, which is always entertaining. I mean, very often these coaches that are like ex-players, they can step in and they can, you know, put up some numbers. It's not like they've abandoned the game to become cerebral, but it's always impressive to see that happening, and I think it's, you know, you're very cerebral. Do you have the aim to match your cerebellum?
Christ, that's a lot of big words. Maybe like 4 years ago, but nowadays I'm a little bit washed.
He's washed. There you go. Oh, Venom Zero not washed. Nice. A little bit of clay pigeon shooting there. Gets himself into a more advanced position. Actually manages to get a second, but 2 of his teammates, or rather 1 of his teammates, has fallen beside him. So that's going to bring it to a 3 versus 3. Could not deny bomb plant. These sites hold absolutely no stopping power for the BESTIA squad. They're able to get themselves into position very easily. I do like the position from drop here. I think that there's some potential for it, but it is, of course, going to be watched quite heavily. Tamashin waiting for that to come through. The flash, of course, not really doing much of anything. No one's peeking. No one's giving away anything. There's no kit, there's no time, and I think it's just a case of exits at this point. Cow is managing to get 2, in fact. There's no way. Why would you...
Am I missing something? Oh, they've got a kit. Cows has got a kit on site. Okay, History had a kit.
That's still very weird, man.
Oh yeah, they still ran in with like 7 seconds left. So they got the kit, but then had no time. Yeah, you can see History as a kit when he dies. They pick up the kit there on the bomb site and then instantly drop it again.
The really sad part is that it was a 1v2. Like, it... well, towards the end there. But at that point, the time had ticked away so far in any event. I saw the vision once I figured out, you know, once we figured out that there was actually a kit somewhere floating about. The vision became clear, but unfortunately the timing just definitely became a bit of a factor. The fact that they're still able to buy in, though, is good news. It's 1 helmet amongst the pigeons. Not much else. And of course now, economy going to be in a bit of a tight spot should they lose this round. But I think we saw some bright sparks in that previous round, so hopefully they can channel that a little bit more. We've got a heavy stack up towards the B site at the moment. Trying to like hold on to that banana control, but they've just been pushed back so effectively. And that could become rather problematic. Nice little high-low setup here. Nice. Venom Zero again. Getting an extra kill for himself. But that was just the lurk. Nice. Okay, History is going to be able to get the second. So now BESTIA definitely at a little bit... Never mind. They were at a deficit and they very quickly equalize. Unfortunately, the Red Canids, they're getting caught a little bit out in the open. Tamarjan takes up that lurk position, gets the kill over onto the A site. That's going to open things up there. Immediately, there's a response, however, from Cowers. So he's brought himself into position, waiting to see, but it's all smokes and mirrors. Now Bomb's going to chill in mid. And with 40 seconds left, they're going to take some time to do a bit of poking and prodding to figure out what the best course of action is going to be. Now, yes, time definitely not on their side. So without too much garnered, Bomb is going to start committing over towards this B site. They have to. But it's 2 versus 1. It's more than a doable scenario.
What is going on?
Kaysen just runs straight. No, where is the bomb going? Guys, there's like 12 seconds left.
Worked? What in the 4D chess have I just watched? The bomb went A, B. Yeah, it went B, A, B, A. And Tamazin is so aggressed. Cowboys is just tunnel visioned on the bomb site. You know what, Sam? I'm glad that in these last 2 rounds that we've been kind of on the same level of confusion. But in this round, I don't know whether I should be confused, afraid, or impressed, marveled. Like I'm kind of like the balls on him to literally do the hokey pokey. Like, because ideally for me, how I would kind of situate a round like that is 3v2. You know, most likely 1B, 1A. Even if they do gamble stack 2 somewhere, just place 3 players and play the numbers. That's how I would kind of imagine what I would want to do in a round. So as soon as I see quite literally all 3 of them splitting up, I'm just thinking, something's meant to go wrong.
Yeah, 40 chess. I'm with you on that
chess.
one. Jeez, bro. This is the kind of chess that Sheldon from Big Bang Theory plays.
Our brains are just simply not big enough to compute.
Truly, not enough wrinkles. Ooh, nice little nade there onto Luchov. Baited out a smattering of utility here.
By the way, I do want to
strong.
say, I do get the reference you said about the 40 chess. It took me a few seconds.
With the Sheldon chess?
Yeah, that took me a few seconds, but I do know what you're on about. I apologize for my incompetence.
That's okay. Honestly, I didn't even think that you didn't know. You handled it well. You just kind of outed yourself, which is...
I wanted to clear the air.
Okay. It wasn't murky for anyone, but fair enough. I think this round is... It had potential. Venom Zera got 1 kill for himself, but obviously with a bit of a janky buy here. I did like his lurk position, but unfortunately you got 2 players that just kind of line up, get shut down. And now, where they had a strong presence towards A, they moved a lot over to B. One of those is the rifle. Oh lord, they're even throwing out a smoke here. They have no idea. MP9 is going to be good for 1, but it's going to get traded out. That's going to be a free and clear bomb site. They figured it out. They're gonna... Nah, sure, they're just safe now. There's no way.
It's quite boring seeing Bestia plant on the bomb site that they were on. Like, why didn't they run B? Why didn't they just run through CT and plant on B? But in somewhat of a more serious note, I know, boo, boo, boo.
How dare you?
Tamazin, like seeing him 9-1 and getting pretty consistent, like lurk kills, opening frags, multi kills. Even though his stats, if you look over the last, like, again, that's really crisp. If you look over the last, like, 6 months, you know, he still has a 1.18 rating or something like that, you know, in that area. But I think I was just always really confused to see that he wasn't the best on the team anymore. And it's this tournament, this specific tournament, I don't know what it is, but he's putting up some really, really impressive numbers. And that's very good to see, as this head-to-head, Red Canids, they're playing with their coach. They didn't even win. Like, this is their 3rd time they're playing, and they've had 3 different rosters every single time. So that is a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. All right. 6-0. Red Canids yet to get 1 on the board. We have an AWP, though. History has now brought that out. He's holding over towards the A site. They've thrown a lot of util here, trying to maybe fake it out a little bit. And this is interesting, man. They throw so much utility on both areas. And of course, it's all like conditioning and it's info starve. And it's, well, now, I mean, with the games that Bestia have been playing, Red Canids really struggling to read into what the hell is going to happen next. But now it should be pretty clear that the move is coming towards the A side. History, that AWP is going to activate. Cow is in a good spot, but unfortunately does get caught out. A nice flash to force Luchov back. It's going to slow things down ever so slightly. They've spotted out the pit player. Oh, Luchov perfectly coordinates there to get that shot on. History somehow under heavy fire, still managing to get another one. But now they're at a numbers advantage. The bomb's going to get planted. Money is still an issue, so we back away into that sweet good night.
It really is an inferno CT side, isn't it? Should always saving. Not the it's the right thing to do. So have at it. This is really slowly starting to be history repeating itself, but in more of an even harsher way. Like, I don't think the last time these two teams played on Mirage, on Inferno rather, when BESTIA picked into it, like, it wasn't this one-sided. At the beginning anyways. There was at least competition. This is just crazy one-sided. And on these executes, like, okay, History gets a really nice second kill there to make it look like it's contestable. But ultimately, Red Canids have just been split apart, isolated, and it's hard to sit here and critique them when it's like, okay, yeah, they are playing with their coach. They've just got a new player on loan. It's like, you always got to have that in the back of your head, but it doesn't feel like the other players outside of TJE are pulling their weight. Like, they'd have to do it tenfold, or at least not tenfold, but a little bit more, considering they're playing with their coach, and they're not.
Oh, another nice little opener here. Yeah, History's definitely doing some work. Luchov has just walked straight up to the top of Banana. And they're aware that there could be a possibility. TJ has managed to slip away. They will have spotted out that one player. Luchov gonna have to back away a little bit here. Doesn't want to get caught out unnecessarily. Still the heavy lean. Looks like they are gonna potentially commit to this. I mean, who knows with BESTIA at this point. But it's certainly looking that way. Oh, smokes are just a suggestion. Luchov's pushed himself way up. Oh my lord, TGE. Drop didn't even get to see it happen because he was instantly flashed out. Luchov taking tons of flame damage, but totally worth it to clear out the last remaining vestige of a defensive line over on the B side. Bomb's gonna get planted. And now they're actually going to go for the retake this time. They kind of have to, with everything kind of slipping away from them. History a little bit slow on that one, but eventually he gets there, gets his, and now he too is going to save. What is that, 3 saves in a row?
I've lost count. I'm just more focused on the fact that the IGL's 10-4 for BESTIA and is pushed through the CT smoke and got 2 kills. Oh, it's really not going well for Red Canids, is it? This is... I said to you, I know I'm sometimes wrong. I know I'm wrong a lot of the time with map scores. Like, I'll be really confident in something, like, oh, this team's gonna give this team a run for their money, and it just like doesn't happen, etc. I'm pretty confident this game's gonna be pretty one-sided. Even me, I didn't expect this. Like, they're just being run over, and BESTIA are having a field day. 8-0. It's already a great half.
I think the crazy thing is that, yes, this is the lower bracket, but we are deep into the lower bracket. Like, the grand final is on Monday. Like, that's how deep into this bracket we are. So to be seeing a team get just schmeckled and given the runaround... I don't think it is a word, but I enjoy using it. You know what? It feels good, rolls off the tongue quite nicely, gets the point across. So
I love it. As in that was said with some vigor, and I love it.
I quite enjoy it. But yeah, definitely was not expecting it to be quite this rough of an affair. 4 rounds left in this half. Blink and you missed it. Ooh, didn't spot anything. The smoke is just a little... Oh, he's just spotted everyone. Oh, dearie me. Sprays through, doesn't get too much done. TGE alone on site now, does get flashed out. He's going to get run over, along with the rest of his team, unfortunately. Cow is now last one alive. History's already gone, bro. He's already on the other side of the map.
He's in the hills, he's in the mountains. Good luck, have fun, GG.
That's so funny, bro.
4 players towards A, by the way, and all 5 players of BESTIA are alive. And BESTIA go, you know what? Can we just go hunt them? And yeah, Orp's dead. Cowes, he'll get 1 here, but he's instantly going to get traded. And oof, it's just the manner of how this is happening. Like, you've got 4 players on A for Red Canids. Sure, all those guys get spotted on short, and it's a really cool, like, it's funny. It's got that comedical effect of the jumping around the corner, but it actually exposes the bomb site quite a lot because I don't know if the T sides definitely knew about it, but for the CT sides, there's only 2 players on the site who also didn't have a crossfire. So you've got 2 players on long, they get information, sure. Bestia speed up after being spotted. Not only is it really impressive that when they speed up, they're still as clinical as when they go slowly. Like, they get kind of abruptly forced forward, and it's still super clean. That's actually quite impressive in itself. But it was just the fact that they isolate those kills really easily on the A bomb site, and red Canids were basically just completely out of position. So it's 9-0, and this is the first time no one's actually saved for the CT side. So on round 10, 9-0 down, they are going to be taking a low purchase.
Oh, that's super unfortunate. They actually managed to keep that AWP for a ridiculously long amount of time. But finally, Bestia have had enough of it. I'll chase that down, deny that entirely. And now they've got such an advantage into this one. And this is rough because this obviously puts them on to 10. And usually I want to be talking about, oh, well, then maybe we can get some guns in because lost streak bonus. And maybe there's a chance, get the 2 rounds. But let's face it. Certainly does feel like we're staring down the barrel of a potential 13-0 here, which is wild. Like, we spoke about the fact that the last time they played against each other, it wasn't exactly close. It was 13-6 on both maps. Yeah. It's never been a 13-0.
Yeah. Well, Bestia in our previous grand finals, in our first iteration, did 13-0 9Z on map, or in the grand finals on 9Z's map pick. It was map 1. They then went on to lose their map pick. So, hey, history could be repeating itself, but Bestia, I feel like we haven't been to the B bomb site in actually quite a while. But here they come, and very messy because of the utility that red Canids placed to counteract the Molotovs. They're going to get the bomb down. It was a 4 versus 3, but Kaysen peeks into Banana, dies, but gets all the information. So Bestia, they've got this post plant, and they are able to set up against this Banana play.
Oh, it feels like there might be a world here. Last 2 players have to kind of huddle up and hug a bit, but there's no kit on board. Nope, never mind. Luchov just gets 2. Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Oh, by the way,
I thought that was going to end. Go on.
Luchov, it just reminded me because Luchov stopped. Bestia on boot camp.
Oh, shoot.
I just reminded me because Luchov gets those 3 kills and stops, and I was like, he's just fist bumped them.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because this is like their major run-up. Like, they are literally 20 points currently outside of qualifying for the major. And they're like lock-in, grind set, play all the tournaments, grand finals, win, make the major.
Well, let's see if that does come to fruition. It all starts in these moments. Ooh. Chonky nade. Want to try and give some props where we can. Haven't been a lot of opportunities for it, unfortunately, so far. Venom Zero currently topping the scoreboard for Red Canids with 6.
Oh yeah, big numbers, big number, big time player.
To be fair, more than Timo's got.
Yeah, but he's winning 10-0.
Yeah, like, do you really need to show up when you've got teammates that are going 13-12?
God.
Hang on. TGE and drop. Where has this been for the last 10 rounds? Beautifully playing off of one another, stemming that aggression very quickly. Is there a chance here? A possibility for 1 round on the board. Shoulder peek. History hits the shot. He's been very good when he has the opportunity. And it's all down to Tamaja now. 1v4. He's good. Is he this good? History still alive. Train down sight with that AWP. Chances are dwindling. That smoke's going to clear in just a moment. He has recovered the bomb.
He has a nade as well.
Oh, footsteps heard. The swing is beautiful. After 10 rounds, finally, Red Canids show signs of life.
I was just waiting for him to throw his nade coffins, kill history. Red Canids just kind of all capitulate. He swings CT, hits the spray transfer, and wins the 1v1 on coffins. I saw it. Because history was low HP. If Thomason had just thrown that nade coffins, boom. 1 step in the right direction. But alas, no 1v4. No 13-0. So boring, I know, right? God. Red Canids, they get a round on the board, and big in part because their IGL drop steps up massively. And it doesn't seem to deter BESTIA whatsoever. If anything, it actually spurs them on even more because they've just run up top banana. Drop, who got a big double in the previous round, has already been eliminated. BESTIA, they're actually just going to commit with this. Tomazin's going to be lurking over towards A, but Red Canids have rotated the vast majority here, and the boost is going to seriously catch Teemo off guard. But somehow BESTIA just keep on stabilizing. And remember, Tomazin is flanking, so he should be able to catch off Venom Zero. Or wait, the timing's going to be weird here. He gets the backstab. And then here's Venom Zero, turns on a sixpence. Issue is, Cowards has got cased him. So Notsuke is left by himself, spotted in CT and close range with the AWP. History will prevail. It's 2 rounds at the half for Red Canids. It ain't pretty, but this could be the start of an epic comeback.
This is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. Feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
Alrighty, not the 13-0 we had predicted. Red Canids showing some signs of life here and immediately hit the ground running, getting that first kill onto Luchov, which opens things up a little bit here, but unfortunately there are still CTs on site, and my god, Tamartian has done so much, but has he done enough? Timo now, the 3-8 bandit, gonna become the 3-9 bandit. I didn't even get to finish that sentence. Well, there you have it, folks. Red Canids with the pistol.
And they've won 3 rounds on the trot. Not gonna lie, I actually really saw Timo winning that, because for some reason, every time I watch him, he just is like the most bizarre player. As in, okay, I have to explain this one a little bit. He does really well, but I swear he has like the weirdest games where he'll get like 10 kills in 3 rounds. He'll get like 2 4Ks back to back, and then he won't get a kill for so long. And then he'll get a crazy clutch and then not a kill. Like, he's the most high impact, high octane player. He doesn't dabble in these 1 kill a round. He's like, I'm either gonna 1v4 or I'm not gonna get a kill. So I saw that 1v2 and I was like, this is where he thrives.
And then it all fell apart when the Fire Nation attacked. Noxy, I don't love this, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, but that's just me hating shotguns. Oh, no, don't. Okay. No.
He's peeking long range.
Surely not, bro. The first kill, fair enough. The second kill, get out. Okay, Timo is really having a rough day. Timo's just not enjoying life at the moment. Gonna have rotations coming through here towards the A side. It was 2, now it's just gonna be 1. We're gonna split the defenses a little bit, because once again, bit of info starve coming through, of course, this time around from the Red Canids. They've lost that little bit of an advantage that they had. So we'll see now if they can recover.
Look at this. Yeah, Tamarzin's recovered the A1S because the 2 rifles on B actually aren't recoverable. They might not expect Tamarzin here.
They have an inkling, and they are just backing the hell away. Alrighty, back towards the B site. So shall it be? Noxk still has no. Oh my god. Okay, he's finally put down 3 kills. You've got to be kidding me. And now they come straight through. They don't check the most telegraphed angle imaginable. Kaysen just randomly sprays through a smoke, and that's 11 for Bestia.
Honestly, the reason why they don't probably check it is because Notsuke just swings. Like, I actually understand, like, he takes this fight and then actively swings in. They probably assume that, our utility thrown towards A has drawn over 3 players. Like, they have been fooled. No, you are the fools, because Bestia actually cleared out top middle, and Notsuke just got 3 kills with a mag 7. That's $900 in a kill, by the way. So he's just farmed up sweet cash. And then when we go back over towards the B-bomb site, Luchov's able to do it with the A1S. So much damage has been applied. Notsuke is going to support with artillery, and it's a slam dunk. Red Canids, they won 3 in a row. We were joking around. We were having a little bit of a laugh, saying, hey, the comeback's on. And it gets so brutally shut down.
Don't lie, Freddy. You believed. You really did believe.
Not even an inch, not even a single bone in my body believe.
Oh, I think the Red Canids were hoping to believe, but unfortunately, it's very quickly gone awry. And now the problem is we're going to be heading on to map point.
What is this?
Oh, smokes are just a suggestion.
That's amazing.
I mean, Timo finally got some more kills.
Hell yeah, dude.
Go off, King. Venom Zero is trying so hard, man. He is trying so hard. Oh, poor dude. Even TGE, man. He's putting in the work.
He has got 4 of those 7 kills from pistol rounds, I think. Or 3 at least, maybe.
Oh. Map point. It is a Tech 9 round for the Red Canids. I do love a Tech 9. We know how much I love a Tech 9. The rush is on, but the util is being so heavily dumped. They don't have a lot of options. MP9, good for the first. It's going to be followed up by the M4. Oh my god, what are you doing? No man's land, caught out unawares. Somehow, Cows is going to get one towards Library, but the bomb's been lost on the site. Luchov's in their back line, so is Tamashin. It's a 13-3 in favor of Bestia. That was a map of all time.
That was so dominant. And it's good to remember, okay, Bestia are playing at the top of South American Counter-Strike right now. They're making basically the finals or winning every event they go into. But Red Canids have been playing Bestia in the semi-finals, in third place deciders for the last ESL Challenger Cup, and like Fluxo, who are kind of the top teams in the region, right? Like Bestia are good on this map against the best teams, and specifically very good against Red Canids.
Yeah, and I think the really sad part is that very often we try to look at history between two teams and try to draw conclusions from that. But as we saw on the last map, the last time they met on Inferno was a 13-6, and that one ended on a 13-3. So unfortunately, in this particular instance, it does make it that a little bit more difficult to draw any sort of parallels. But here we go. We'll kick things off now on our second map of the evening. Bestia hoping to close things out here. They kick off with a little bit of solid presence towards mid, seeing if they can catch any pistol aggressions. Don't spot anyone out, but that's going to give over a lot of information. Otherwise, they now know that mid is pretty clear, and so they'll have to turn their attentions mostly towards other areas of the map. Luchov now taking an advanced position towards A main. Oh, I thought for a second there that he might have just caught the tail end of drop, but no. Not spotting anything. Some really good patience here from the Red Canids. Nice swing from drop. Does get that first shot connected. That's going to open up some space here. Still no rotations drawn in just yet. He was the only one that they saw, so that could have been a lurk. They can't afford to get too eager, but nothing happens anywhere else on the map, so that gives them the idea. All right, folks, it's time to rotate. The exec util starts to come through, and before the site is even breached, Bestia have reinforced. Doesn't make a difference, though. History and Venom Zero will continue to chip away. Good lord, none of those shots are connecting. That's a little bit awkward, but Noxke, not a Mag 7 this time. It's just going to be the USP. Caught in a 1 versus 2, trying to pull the same jumping shenanigans, but funnily enough, Red Canids, it's their second pistol, and both times on the T side.
I mean, like, Notsuke does as much as he possibly could. He comes in on the retake with no armor and a kit and is able to find 3 really impactful kills, while you look at the rest of the team, especially Kaysen on that Venom Zero duel. It's just like, if he gets that 1 kill, it's a completely different story. So Red Canids, this time it doesn't take 11 rounds for them to get on the board. It's much sooner. 1-0, they win the opening pistol round, but Bestia, understandably so, you can see how confident they are. They kind of showed it in that pistol round of how much they just wanted to swing through every single smoke, even though they had a kit for the post plants. This force buy is somewhat expected.
Garnered a decent amount of space for themselves as well. And Cowers is in such a good spot as well, just to catch any sort of shenanigans. And I like the fact that they're doubling up with drop towards mid there, so if something does happen, they can catch it, maybe call it across if necessary. And of course, they can throw some util to potentially confuse and confound. Smokes in mid. That's going to allow Cowers the opportunity to relocate. They're trying to draw the attention, and it's working, but Tamashin has taken a deep angle, and, well, he will mow through those T's. History finally does trade it out, but Bestia in a very advantageous position here. History has so much to do, is going to get caught out. Noxke a little bit slow to react, but when he does, he makes it work. 3 players still standing at the end of that round. They're going to hold on to a ton of rifles, and Bestia have reset the T-side economy.
It was going so well. You know, Red Canids, they won a pistol round. They got something going on their map pick, and then they run into what is basically a brick wall It's just so insane how quickly everything spirals. And with no bomb plant, the best weapon they're going to be picking up is a Galil on drop. I was thinking maybe BESTIA get too overconfident and Red Canids start to hit some shots and the stars start to align. It gets a bit competitive, but already from what I see that round, I'm scared we're just going to get a repeat of map 1. And look how much damage has been done by artillery already. Red Canids haven't seen anyone, and most players have already almost died.
Oh, BESTIA getting a little bit aggressive. And they will get punished somewhat for it. But at least they make the right decision to back away a little bit more. Or rather not take these fights unnecessarily. Oh, Luchov. Oh, it's not the first time, but he's in so much deeper than before. Shot through the pot. And right by the stairs, he's able to back away. So, the advantage that was garnered by the Red Canids, small as it was, is snatched back. They're keeping it as competitive as possible. BESTIA is getting very cheeky. And they are getting somewhat punished, but unfortunately Luchov is doing so well at getting a kill and just slipping away. Somehow he's managed to survive that little bit longer here. Timajin under some serious danger, but Noxke is there to assist. Unneeded because the HE does a lot, and Timajin will just hold down this A side basically by himself, and BESTIA up to 2.
Okay, that does actually get a little bit more precarious and potentially worrying that I expected, but ultimately it's all handled quite nicely. I think Red Canids just got a few nice openers despite being such low HP, and they're going to be dropped onto a full eco. Kaysen could get an AWP out if he chooses to do so, but it'd be, I wouldn't say it's the best advised against this eco round. And actually going MP9 just armor is a pretty good idea. Farm up some cash, happy days and all of that. Also, I don't want to rule out the possibility of a double AWP with Noxke. It's so funny because they played against Sharks in a grand final just on the other day. And Noxke played up against Gafolo, who they used to play together on Isurus. Noxke was an AWPer. Gafolo comes in, takes over the AWP role from Noxke, then leaves. Noxke then goes back to AWPing IGLing. Gafolo then becomes an IGL, and then also gives up AWPing. Noxke also has given up AWPing. So you had these like two players with really weirdly similar career paths, while also one being under the tutelage of the other.
I love the like Freddy lore drops. I feel like I learned so much. Especially because like most people are going to be watching obviously like the big major events, right? I mean, we get people are obviously interested in these games. They know these teams. It's not like super unfamiliar, but for the more casual viewer, it's always good to have that little bit of extra context. So
it can be hard to keep up. Like even with that, for instance, like I had to like mega fact check myself being like, am I just making this up in my head or does this actually happen?
Mandela Effect CS edition. All right, issues abated. Should be getting back into the round now. Unfortunately, the Canids in a very tight spot economically here. So it is just going to be the pistol push through Palace. Luchov, Lone Ranger, gets the first, follows it up somehow, ducking and diving. This is absolutely outrageous. Go on, give him the ace, and he's done it. No! Timo stole it.
Stolen.
Oh, that's so cheeky.
And also, he's only his first kill.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I would have done the same. Like, you don't need an ace, bro. I need one kill. Let me have this.
Pennies. I'm scraping the floor for anything.
I didn't even notice that. That's outrageous.
Also, he kills him mid-air, so kind of vibes as well.
Yeah, style points.
Okay, first real gun round. Bestia. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something, I don't want to say desperate, but I can imagine players are going to try to get quite aggressive. Missed window smoke, it appears, so that's a little bit worrisome. Regardless, though, Cowers gets an opening kill. Tomazin gets annihilated on short. And Bestia, who have put a lot of eggs into the basket of fighting middle, currently haven't come away with anything. And it's just getting even more awkward. Oh, this is so messy. Cason's just jumped out of window. How have Red Canids somehow survived this? But unfortunately, TGE, I like the idea, activate our A after all of this commotion, but he was like 10 seconds too late. So history, they know where he is. He's picked up the bomb. He's on 34 HP.
That round was crazy. The jump out of the window to back up teammates is amazing. Just the confidence to be like, yeah, my teammates are going to be there, you know, and I need to back them up and they're going to back me up and everything is going to be hunky-dory. But history gets a double. And then it's, where you looking, buddy? Oh, Luchov, how unfortunate. And somehow this has become a clutchable scenario. Bomb gets planted. Oh, history caught on the run. Kit in hand. Easy clutch. Maybe a bit of a labored round for Bestia. Maybe but either way, it's another one.
I love how Nosuke just like, he doesn't care. He is just all guns blazing. There was a round very similar actually on Inferno where he just like full on pushes through the CT smoke on the B bomb site in an after plant 3v3. And it's like, he's the IGL and he was sitting like 10-3. And it's like, okay, if he's 10-3, I feel like it's pretty dire. And yeah, he's just clutched up a 1v1. Good damage from history. But this was also a round where Red Canids, like they get the opening kill, they have good mid control, and they lose to an MP9 jumping out of window.
Could have been worse. Could have been a Tech 9. Could have been a Mag 7.
I think if a Mag 7 in the first gun round jumped out a window and killed me, like desk would have been broken in half.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's a mental warfare of all. Oh, they've missed the window smoke again.
Ooh.
That's two rounds in a row. Well, it actually really benefits Timo because he can play around this really nicely.
Oh, Cowers, you're in danger. Oh, the cross. Oh, he's made a step. Oh, he's made a step. Come on, surely. Oh my God. How does Timo win that? That's actually a little egregious. But there you go. Numbers advantage. Now Bestia turn their attentions back towards apartments. A nice little Molotov. Kason, how have you gone and done that? That's quite nasty. We have had one slip through the net. Kason will go ahead and get yet another one. Venom Zero trying desperately to hold the fort on site. Has managed to pick up one, but is going to get taken out. TGE doing the Lord's work. Holy. All right, Luchov. 1 versus 2 now. Can you do it? Spots out the first. Fires off a shot. Has to reposition. They know where he is. Time of the essence here. He's just going to try and run it down as far as possible. A little bit of damage done. Shots onto TGE connect. A beautiful repeak to get history. And what was looking like a clutchable round is stolen away.
He's a coach. A manager. What are we doing?
I can go to Yemen. I'm an analyst.
He's actually, like, I actually love the fact that 3K was crisp as well. When I look at that, and you know, ordinarily it'd be like, oh, Bestia made a mistake, da-da-da. It's like, no, those are actually some unironically quite nice shots. So for Red Canids, just kind of like, guys, your coach is standing in and like playing well. Someone else want to start picking up the pieces? And that's dropped. Okay, finally, a kill. An opening kill for Red Canids. Last time they got an opening kill in mid, it all kind of went spiraling in a very negative trajectory, but this time there's not going to be that active pressure to deteriorate things. Issue is Luchov's still alive and he's 13-2 right now.
Smokes are suggestions. Oh, Cowards will drop in such a dangerous spot, and somehow Luchov still gets the first. Cowards does a 180 and gets the kill onto Temujin as well. Timo now has the 1v4. The first one has been achieved. This has been a much better round from the red Canids. A good reposition as well. They're setting up that triangle. Crossfires in position. Timo now has every direction to look in. Spots out one. All right, it's a little unfortunate the history goes down there, but TGE trades and red Canids up to 2.
Yeah, I don't think there was actually any way that he was going to win that 1 versus 4. So the fact that he at least gets 2 kills and means that economy is going to be kept a little bit tighter is definitely positive. And for Bestia, just the kind of crux of the issue in that round is, look, I think all kills were 1v1s, or sorry, 1vx's. Unfavorable for Bestia. It's like opening kill to the bomb site being lost. Like there was no cohesion, let's say. So for red Canids, it's a good round, and I wonder if guys, oh my god, what are we doing? How have you missed the window smoke 4 rounds? There's been like 6 gun rounds. No, sorry, 6 rounds that you've had the window smoke, and you've missed it 4 of them. Genuinely, that is astonishing to me.
No, Freddy, you just don't understand. It's the new tech, okay? It's all done on purpose.
Oh, so to lose the opening kill. Ah, yes. It's like a mental warfare. Like you give away an open kill, but then still win the round, right?
Yeah, it's that false sense of security. Like, you see, now they're going to be confident. So now we just win. That's what that is. Oh, did they get it this time? Hey, they did it, Freddy.
Oh, yeah, okay. They got it eventually, but it's like, I feel like the damage has already been done. And now they're just running out A. And Luchov is there just like, guys, I've got 16 kills. Maybe don't peek me.
The bomb is nowhere near any of the, like... I don't know why they just ran out. Surely Drop just tries to save here at this point. Like, 30 seconds left. He's got util, but he doesn't have the bomb. He's got no info. He's got no space. He's got nothing. So we're just gonna say, all right, guys, slaps knee. I'm a head out, and that's gonna be Bestia going up to 6. What a weird round.
Counter-terrorists win.
If I'm history, I'm out for blood. Like, guys, who missed that window smoke? He's like, looks around, and he just does that, like, kind of look around, just like, raise your hand if you've missed a window smoke this map.
He's doing the John Travolta gif. Guys, where's my window smoke? What the hell? Maybe that's what this timeout is. I saw you land that smoke at the end of the round when it didn't matter. Can we do it at the start of the round this time? Jokes aside, 4 rounds left in the half. Canids on a knife's edge economically. And let's face it, the economy hasn't really been the huge factor. Oh, history. He's gone and said, I'll do it my damn self. No, different smoke. Okay, never mind. We're just now foregoing the window smoke entirely.
Safer, yeah. They're just like, you know what? I don't trust it anymore. Maybe something's broken.
The problem is that this is like a anti-conditioning, because they generally try to smoke it, so not smoking it probably gives over a little bit of information in and of itself. So they will see a smoke in towards mid because they are aware there could be a push from the underpass, and yes, that is where it is. Timo ready and waiting for it. The flash doesn't really connect onto anything. How he spots that out. Well done. Reposition. Why have you just run straight into his crosshairs? The smoke blooms, which gives him some cover. Cowers is going to get a trade-off though, and Luchov out of the picture does give them a little bit more of an opportunity. Many of the players very low on health at the moment, but Noxscare, He's just been so good. This anchoring has just been phenomenal. Bomb is now lost, and TGE, the coach, gets schooled. Bestia up to 7.
It just feels like there's never any breathing room for Red Canids. It's like, oh, they get an opening kill. Oh, they're being shot in the side of their head from like 4 different players. Bestia just rotating super quickly, very clinically as well. And yeah, it doesn't help actually though when Drop over aggressive to try and get that opening kill. You can understand though why he maybe tries to make such an abrasive play. It's because look, they are down 2-6, a map down, on the brink of elimination. Like, he needs to do something. He feels like he has to do something, which actually is the poison chalice if you think you have to do more than you do. And yeah, that's why we result in situations like this where they miss the window smoke again. Wait, is Kaysen? Yeah, Kaysen's just, oh my god, I just can't be arsed.
Use your words.
And look, because they've done that, Kaysen's already CT for this execute.
Oh. Boom! Ready and waiting. Ooh, all right. Yeah, nice swing, but that's okay. Noxia gets the info. He does get traded back, but Kaysen is still being a problem because he hasn't been smoked off. They used smokes in a variety of other places, but not where the AWP was at the start of the round. That's okay. Cows continuing to just kind of drag them, kicking and screaming into a contestable position, but Tamashin will flank around. 8-2, 2 rounds remaining. Red Canids will still have a bye into this round, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest here. This isn't even about the coach. This has looked very messy and uncoordinated, and like we cost a lot of games with there are asterisks and caveats. In this game, there isn't one. It's just messy.
Oh, it doesn't count. Yeah, like it doesn't, like the coach has got more kills than 2 players and is also on the same as the rest. So I don't want to hear any nonsense about coach this, coach that, but they hit the window smoke. And you can see what happens when you do. You actually get the opening kill in middle, but unfortunately, the BESTIA just pounce. They instantly decide to fight middle and then turn their attention towards A. And when Red Canids try walk out, they have utility. Like, TGE could smoke top com, but the smoke comes in and lands after everyone's died.
And that brings us to the last round of the half. I'm having some very interesting deja vu here. Not quite exactly like the same scenario that we had on Inferno, but it's certainly looking like it might be that 10-2. All right, Cows. All eyes on you, buddy.
Sam, you've just showed me something on Twitch chat saying the new update changes how it lands. I was not aware of that because I've watched a lot of Mirage Ray today. And I didn't see any missed window smoke, so I don't know. Like, I know the update has changed a lot in like the kind of micro of the game, so I really wonder if that actually is something, because I'm actually at the point where I'm thinking there's no way they've missed it that many times.
Yeah, somebody else saying apparently the subtick update messed with the lineups a little bit. That's unfortunate if that is the case.
Makes sense, yeah. That's crazy.
What a rough time for that to happen as well. But I mean, this round's got legs, maybe. The legs may have just been removed. 2-on-2 now, full movement over towards the B side, which is hilarious because Bestia have rotated off. Okay. Noxia is not going to do anything too crazy. He's going to hold the long angle. He's got the AWP, so he'll definitely have the advantage here. 3 smokes available. So at the very least, entering should be somewhat doable, but not if they walk straight into the line of sight. Elbow spotted. Did they spot Noxia though? Oh, it's disgusting, but it's beautiful. Pistol now in hand. Teammate there to back him up. History gets the kill, but is instantly traded back. Another 10-2 half in favor of Bestia.
sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble.
Nothing can go right for Red Canids. Back-to-back maps, they only get 2 rounds at the half. And issue is, this is their map pick, and one of their rounds came from the pistol round.
And we have confirmed that things are a little bit weird with that lineup, so... But it seems they've figured out... There was a... What's the word? Decoy that landed in the perfect spot, so it looks like they have actually figured it out.
But now, don't jinx it.
Or maybe Bestia already knew the tech, to be fair. We have swapped sides. Drop now waiting for the drop. We'll get one off the drop. Very nice. The name is working out. Gets a second as well, but unfortunately is going to get traded. Only 2 remain. Bomb's going to get planted. This is going to be a nigh on impossible retake, especially now with TGE going down. History has a bit of an uphill battle ahead of him if he so chooses. I don't see a world in which you don't. I mean, sure, you've got some armor, but like, realistically. Oh, did he spot him? Maybe a hand? Maybe a barrel? Oh, the timing. And he still gets the kill. Very nice. And now we run away.
Yeah, I was worried that somehow History was still going to lose that duel. But congratulations, you saved armor. You're down 2-11. And it's going to have to be this last-ditch effort forced by for Red Canids. But even if they do win this round, it's only the tip of the iceberg. They have to do that many, many more times. This will be the hardest battle, though, playing up against a much more established purchase than yourself. And for Bestia, they are just going to be looking to cruise into the lower bracket final, the consolidation final, I think is the official name, where they will be looking to retain their ESL Challenger League Season 50 South America Cup victory. That actually has a lot of ramifications because each region has 4 cups. And basically the whole point is that if you win a cup, you then get into a Pro League close qualifier. But the more cups that an individual team wins, the less teams then go through. So if Bestia win 2 and another 2 teams win 1, then those 2 teams play up against each other, and then the final of that's against Bestia. So if Bestia win this, they've basically like already booked themselves a spot 1 game away from Pro League.
Oof. And if they can win the 3rd one...
There's only 1 team. And if they win the the fourth one, they instantly...
Then they just qualify. That's crazy. Well, it looks like maybe that is what they're angling for here, you know? Make the road as easy as possible. I don't know if that necessarily is the easier road, but...
Yeah.
For the moment, it certainly looks easy if this game is anything to go on. Bestia now about to hit that 12, because let's face it, there is no universe in which this retake comes to fruition. Right? Right?
I don't think there's any time left anyway. So even though a lot of these kills are coming in, and what it should be is that these rifles get saved, Tom is in right now. Like, he's going to die, but he can just take away lives and make sure that no rifles get saved over. That's going to be 2 rifles saved for Red Canids. So sure, they do have to win 10 rounds in a row, but at least there's subtle celebrations.
Very subtle. Minuscule. Heavily undercover. Trying very hard not to jinx ourselves with the few celebrations we've had. History's got an open hand. It's gonna have to do some absolute miracle work. This could be it, folks. This could be the end of the line. 10 consecutive rounds necessary for it overtime and for a possibility of a third map. It's a good way to open it up. Luchov offline. Venom's area going to follow that up quite nicely with the kill onto the Palace player. That's going to cause the bomb to back away. Just a little bit of space in case anybody decides to get too cheeky and aggressive. Bestia going to have to rethink now what their approach is going to be. Drops in a really good position. Oh, that timing. There's a world here in which Kaysen could get a free kill, but no, the smoke will bloom. And Drops still weary of it. Bomb's moseyed its way over towards that B site. B site's relatively clear, but that window is being watched. And this is good. This is good grouping from the Red Canids. Spotted up an elbow. Oh, nice trade. That's going to potentially allow them to plant, but so many kills coming through across the map, and it's going to leave Timo all alone. Timo doing much better on this map than he did on the previous. So in a 1 versus 3, it almost seems manageable. Dancing on the edge of the smoke, waiting for someone. Here's the shots. Realizes that there's at least one player this way. Gets the first, but will be traded. It got a little bit hairy. But Red Canids have given themselves the slightest stay of execution. An extra day, perhaps.
An extra day, and oh god, that got close. Bestia very unnecessarily take those early fights out towards A. Like, you kind of see what happens when they play the late rounds. They put themselves in a much more attainable manner, and it's actually way... You can see Bestia do just overpower when they get into those later stages of the round. They probably didn't expect an AWP to be out on CT, but it just feels very unnecessary to see 2 players like swing out A, trying to go for a gimmick. Bestia don't need gimmicks to win. They've really proven. So trying to do those gimmicks is kind of what gives Red Canids the way back in. And it's going to be an eco, but there is Thomason on an AK. So there's definitely a certain level of respect that's needed to be given over, because this AK can claim a few scalps, and already Red Canids is very good utility usage towards middle, but it's Thomason to get the opening kill. Issue is, look at the HP. But Kaysen's back through enemy lines. If this bomb goes towards B, TGE is going to get shot in the side of the head. Sam, I'm terrified.
It'd be really funny if that hadn't actually connected. But it did. Good little bit of... Drop is spotted 1. Knows where another one is. Now knows where the third is. So can give that over. They don't know where the last player is. And of course, that's because it's the wildest flanking mission in the west. Or the south, as the case may be. Timo holding the line. Gets dropped by drop. Tamarjan in a beautiful position here. Oh, it could all go awry. Tamarjan only gets one, though, and the rest of his team has fallen. And Venom Zero closes him out. Clothesline him, so to speak. And Red Canids get one more.
Yeah, there's a really just kind of glaring issue with that round of... It's a 4 versus 3. Teemo's taking a fight. It's like kind of everyone's going for this duel. Tamarjan was on a perfect backstab. If they just fully tuck, like I'm talking, don't even move a muscle type beat, that's going to be a near impossible round for Red Canids because Tamarjan flanks and then the time will start to be a worry, right? But yeah, maybe a little bit overextensive in those situations, but you can see by how close these rounds are getting that have no right to be close. It's only going to be a matter of time. And Bestia with the bomb down, last round they didn't even fully invest. They're going to have this full buy. Luchov's on that Mac 10. He's the only one not on a primary rifle, and they're just going to run out A. But Red Canids do have mid control.
No, mid-control's not going to help them on A for the moment. The site has been breached. Luchov has already gone deep towards ramp. And these two players making their way up. Beautiful spams through the smoke. They're not able to stop that bomb from being planted. Venom Zera, how have you gone and done that? 2 kills back-to-back through smokes, through walls. Make it a third. Bestia just falling apart at the moment. I am unsure what changed from those 2 rounds back to now. But this has been a phenomenal resurgence from the Canids. Money for Bestia is broken. Not ready to call it the comeback just yet, but it's certainly looking a hell of a lot better than it did 3 rounds ago.
Yeah, to be fair, that's not really as much like a Bestia bad round. That's a Venom Zera has got 3 kills in a position where I don't know how he's really got any of them. I mean, he didn't see 2 of them. Like, his opening 2 kills were fully through spam and then a wall bang onto Kaysen. And it is just like, it's a double wall bang actually. Even the 3rd kill, he like kind of catches the head above triple. Sure, Nocte is getting definitely a little bit over aggro, but that's just a really good round from Venom Zera. So he keeps Canids alive. He himself alone, and Bestia, they don't win our gun round. They get the bomb down, so they still have enough funds to get these pistols and upgraded. A lot of utility, and they're going to go for another A-pop. And Venom Zera, he's going to die on default as they jump from Palace.
Is he? There we go. he gets his though. He's done a lot to try to slow down this progression. Bomb is going to get planted. It's going to have to be a very well-executed retake. Running low on utility here. Nice flash allows Cowers the sight that he needs, but oh, Nocte has just been on fire. Drop, however, continues to be a problem now. Timo with just a pistol, a deagle. Ooh, shots are connecting somehow, but TGE is so high, so high, riding on a cloud, and he gets that final kill. Defuse to come through. The coach has got some staying power, and so do the Canids apparently.
Yeah, the issue is like, yes, the coach is clutching. Yes, Red Canids have got to 6 rounds, but it's like, this is a Tech 9 round. The best weapon was a deagle, and it comes down to 1 versus 1, where I'm thinking Timo might actually win this. Like, every single round, Red Canids are just about clinging on to survival, and now Bestia are back onto the full bells and whistle purchase. Kaysen's got that AWP, full AKs are out. It only takes 1 moment of brilliance from Bestia, and they've been getting so damn close to it by just doing what they normally do, but that is another, though, magnificent step in the right direction as History gets his 2nd opening kill in this 2nd half with the AWP.
I'm actually really surprised at how much better the CT side is looking for the Red Canids. The fact that Bestia came into this half, need I remind you all, at a 10-2 lead. And after getting those first 2 rounds, the Red Canids have absolutely dunked on them. Shunted them from pillar to post. It does kind of make you wonder, would that first half have looked a little bit better if they weren't struggling so with that window smoke? Maybe they would have had some slightly better results. Slightly. I'm not saying that it would have been like one-sided.
There was only really like one round where it actively was two. There was one round where History just walks out and dies, and it was like, oh, that's unlucky. And then the final round where Kaysen rotated CT and got a double or triple kill. And the only reason he was allowed to rotate that quickly was because there was no window smoke. Apart from that, I think it was like, yeah, it definitely helped. But it was those 2 rounds in particular that was like, okay, this was the visual impact. But Red Canids, it's another round on the board. Its issue is it's a 5 versus 3 that comes into like an actually close scenario. So I'm just kind of reiterating my point of like one moment of brilliance and BESTIA won this.
Well, looks like it's going to be Venom Zero with the moments of brilliance. Back to back as well. Just continue. Like,
fair play to be fair to him.
Absolute menace. Double kill before finally being put into the grave. History's going to follow that one up. And it is an anti-eco, so we do expect this to go in this fashion. Obviously, we've seen some crazier ecos in our lives and in our careers, but yes, very much as expected. 4 more rounds, Freddy. I believe.
4 more rounds.
Do you know what? Overtime on the table.
1 more gun round, and I'll believe.
Ooh.
It's actually got so close, kind of. Like, and if you look back at these rounds, it's been like 1 alive, 2 alive, 2 alive, 1 alive, 2 alive. Like that was actually the first round where it felt comfortable for Red Canids. And it's good to see BESTIA taking a tactical pause here because they've still got all the chips in their corner. They're not sweating just yet. This is the round where if they lose this, that's when it's maybe like, ooh, this is scary. Back on the rifles, no AWP out for Kaysen. Last gun round, he bought into it, maybe because no bomb down and he didn't have enough money, but it's 5 rifles. Last gun round, they just lost 2 opening picks in top mid straight away. Like, plan A didn't even start. So hopefully for them in this round, their default, they actually could just kick it off.
Low and slow. Get that util out in the open. Nice flash. Forces History off of his position. Oh, okay. And now the game is afoot. History's been taken offline. Drop's been forced back out of mid. And Flash himself back in ever so slightly, but has to wait for the flames to die down. Noctis in a good spot as well. Could potentially catch a late lurk here, which could be devastating. This bomb's going to start making its way in towards the A site. The executor starts to come through. That's going to give away the game. Nice Molotov there. Venom Zero dodges out some of it, but not enough. He's going to walk straight into the Palace player, but has managed to survive. Finally gets dropped down. 2 players left for this retake. And, well, Freddy, you said it. 1 moment of brilliance. And that moment was kicked off very early in the round here. But somehow, we're still in this. No, split the difference. Wasn't sure where to aim. But Timo and Luchov know exactly where to put their crosshairs. And finally, a much closer affair than what we saw on map number 1. But BESTIA have bested the Red Canids 13-8. And they will move on in the lower bracket.